Voters think Jeremy Hunt should resign. This is according to a poll published by Comres for The Independent. This is the GAP Morning News, also on the programme this morning. Marathon runner's death leads to a £1 million in donations. Two major setbacks to China's global image building. And Jessica Ennis swaps the track for the Rovers' return. Good morning, I'm Gary Pendlebury. Almost 2/3 of voters think Culture Secretary Jeremy Hunt should resign, according to a poll published by Comres for The Independent this morning. It comes as pressure mounts on the minister over his dealings with the Murdoch empire during News Corporation's bid to buy all of the broadcaster B-Sky B. The Comres poll results found 63% feel he should quit, 12% thought he should remain in his post, 24% said they did not know. Even among Conservative supporters, 49% to 27% think Mr Hunt should resign. On voting intentions, Labour is 5 points ahead on 39%. Conservatives are unchanged on 34% and the Liberal Democrats down 1 on 10%. Earlier, Lord Justice Leveson turned down a request from Hunt to bring forward his evidence at the inquiry into media ethics in the interests of fairness to all. Mr Hunt had requested an earlier appearance so that he could answer allegations about his handling of News Corporation's B-Sky B takeover bid. A date has still not been set, but politicians will not be called until mid-May, meaning the Culture Secretary will have to wait for a fortnight and possibly much longer. According to a report in today's Telegraph, Leveson will also not rule on whether Hunt broke the ministerial code in his deadlines with the Murdochs. The judge's position, which the paper says it learned from sources, would put more pressure on David Cameron. The Prime Minister has refused to order an inquiry into the Culture Secretary's conduct during News Corporation's B-Sky B bid. Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg also stated that he would not call for a ministerial inquiry into Hunt unless questions are left unanswered at the Leveson inquiry. Labour Deputy Leader Harriet Harman said that Hunt would release his private texts and emails to Parliament and not just the Leveson inquiry. Opposition leader Ed Miliband suggested that Hunt's precarious position was also leaving the Prime Minister vulnerable. When Claire Squires, 30, began the marathon on Sunday, she had raised £500 for the Samaritans, who her mother Cilla had volunteered with for more than 20 years. Today, the figure surpassed £1 million and more than 68,000 well-wishers had been moved to donate on her Just Giving webpage. The news came in a tweet via the online fundraising community. Claire will be buried next Wednesday, alongside her brother, Grant, who died in 2001 aged 25. Her friend Nicholas Short climbed Kilimanjaro with Claire 2 years ago. She will appear on BBC Breakfast this morning to pay tribute to her friend. Miss Squires was the 11th participant to die since the event began in 1981. She collapsed in Birdcage Walk near St James's Park on the final stretch of the 26.2-mile course. She died with the finishing line only one bend away after 25 miles of the marathon. In terms of its global image building, the Chinese leadership is now having to fight on two fronts and deal with the two issues most damaging to claims of global responsibility. corruption in the Bo Hayward case, and human rights in the Chen Sheng case. Chen has thrown himself at the mercy of Wen Jiabao in a move that increases the scrutiny on China's leaders and puts the handling of the twin crisis under international and domestic spotlight. Clinton's expected visit next week gives events an added intensity. The internet is, for the first time, allowing people to give a running commentary on their leaders in a year when power will be reshuffled. Despite censorship, every move they make is being tracked in a way that couldn't be in 10 years ago. Gold medalist Jessica Ennis swapped the training field for the cobbles today as she served up drinks behind the bar on the Coronation Street set. Heptathlete Ennis, who is 26, who has scooped top prizes at the World and European Championships, visited the Rovers' return as part of a special tour of Weatherfield. The sports star visited the set in a break between training sessions for the London Olympics. She was in Manchester preparing for the Great City Games on May the 20th, when she will formally begin her Olympic season and her bid for medals. Ennis said she was angling for a cameo on the popular ITV soap, revealing that she never misses an episode. I'm a huge Coronation Street fan, and it is wonderful to set foot on the world's famous cobbles. If I'm out training or away competing, I always record Corrie and watch back-to-back episodes when I get the chance. I'm currently 2 episodes behind, but plan to catch up soon. It has been a brilliant show, and if I was ever asked to play a cameo role, I would jump at the chance. I'd love it, even though I can't act. Outside the Rovers, Ennis met soap stars Anthony Cotton, who plays Sean Tully, and Samia Gandhi, who plays Maria Connor, the pair who told Athlete her country was behind her. Gandhi said, "We were starstruck to meet Jessica. She is a true sporting hero, and we are all backing her bid for Olympic gold. We wish her and all the other members of Team GB the very best for the London 2012 Games." Ennis will race in the 100-metre hurdles when she competes in the City Games in Manchester next month. Taking place on a purpose-built track on Deansgate, it will be the last chance to see medal hopefuls compete outside of London, ahead of this summer's Olympic Games. Okay, a look now at today's front pages. And first, the Daily Mail says the chilling new face of police. This is apparently a new way of policing in the UK, which is set to be trialled soon. This paper says Cameron cornered over Hunt. That is the story that we reported first on this morning. Over the Secretary Jeremy Hunt to resign. It also mentions again the police on here too. Next, the Times says Cabinet faces split over 10 billion welfare cuts, and it also pictures there in the corner William and Kate. The Guardian says there the Leveson tells Cameron, "Your minister is not my problem." Again, that is the story we reported on first this morning. The I newspaper reports on study casts doubt on cancer surgery, as well as the Independent there, that has a similar story here. Study raises doubts over treatment for prostate cancer. The Daily Express now says £64 a day rise in house prices. That's so they claim. The Daily Mirror says day broke. apparently the TV stars on the programme are in a dispute. And finally, The Sun. That says Jordan to wed again. That's so they claim. And that's the way the news looks this morning. We're back with more news at 1:20 past. Goodbye.